Have you ever stopped in the middle of your busy day and suddenly wondered, is this really my life? It's a haunting question, because deep down, many of us suspect we might be living someone else's dream. Maybe it's the career your parents chose for you, the expectations society placed on your shoulders, or the role you assume to fit in and avoid judgment. Carl Jung, the legendary psychologist who delved deep into the human psyche, warned that when we ignore our authentic selves, we risk losing our soul's true path. What if the life you've been diligently building belongs to someone else, not you? In today's episode, you'll uncover 5 unmistakable signs that you're not living your own life, and what Jung urgently wanted us to realize, especially about sign number 3. Ready to rediscover your authentic life? Subscribe now and explore more insights to reclaim your true path. Let's dive in. Carl Jung, one of the most profound psychologists in history, fundamentally reshaped our understanding of the human psyche. His groundbreaking work explored the depths of the unconscious mind, unveiling powerful insights that still deeply resonate today. Jung introduced us to concepts such as the shadow self, archetypes, and individuation, ideas that illuminate the hidden forces shaping our thoughts, feelings, and actions. Unlike Freud, who emphasized repressed sexual desires, Jung argued that our unconscious contained wisdom, symbols, and clues guiding us towards self-realization. He believed that failing to recognize these internal signals could trap us in a life that doesn't truly belong to us, leading to anxiety, dissatisfaction, and spiritual emptiness. Jung's insights are crucial because they empower us to identify when we're disconnected from our authentic path, providing the tools we need to confront our inner conflicts and rediscover our true purpose. By paying attention to Jung's teachings, we not only deepen our psychological awareness, but also equip ourselves to live lives rich with meaning and authenticity. Today, we'll specifically look at how Jung's insights can help us recognize the subtle but powerful ways we might inadvertently be living someone else's life. Sign number 1: persistent feelings of alienation. Do you frequently feel like an outsider, even among friends or family? Do you sense that something intangible separates you from truly connecting with the life you're living, as if you're watching yourself from afar rather than actively participating? If so, you might be experiencing persistent feelings of alienation, a critical sign you're living someone else's life. Carl Jung famously explored the concept of the persona, the social mask we wear to fit societal expectations and to secure acceptance from others. According to Jung, the persona isn't inherently negative. It helps us navigate social interactions smoothly. However, it becomes problematic when we over-identify with it, mistaking our mask for our true self. Over time, the gap between who we genuinely are and who we pretend to be widens. This split leads to a sense of profound isolation, alienation not just from society, but from ourselves. Consider someone who diligently followed a career path encouraged by family expectations, perhaps a lawyer, doctor, or accountant, but finds themselves emotionally empty, disconnected, and unsatisfied. They may function well externally, achieving milestones others admire, yet inside feel utterly detached. Jung warns that living such a fragmented life will inevitably manifest in a deep emotional void, making authentic fulfillment elusive. This alienation often triggers anxiety and depression, feelings Jung believed were signals from our unconscious psyche, urging us to acknowledge our hidden truths. To Jung, alienation isn't merely a discomfort, it's an urgent call to return to our genuine selves, a red flag indicating we've wandered too far from our intrinsic nature. Addressing this feeling means bravely confronting the reality of your inner and outer misalignment. It requires acknowledging and gently dismantling your persona, allowing space for your true identity to emerge. Jung suggested a path of self-inquiry and introspection, encouraging people to explore their deepest values, passions, and fears honestly. If you're experiencing persistent alienation, it's a powerful indicator you're living by someone else's standards rather than your authentic desires. Recognizing this can be both terrifying and liberating. The question now becomes, will you heed Jung's warning and begin reclaiming your real life? Or will you continue navigating through the world behind a mask, alienated and disconnected from the vibrant truth of who you are? Understanding this first sign is your crucial first step toward living a life rooted deeply in authenticity and fulfillment. Sign number 2, constantly pursuing approval from others. Have you noticed how often your decisions hinge on the reactions or opinions of others? Do you find yourself frequently adjusting your goals, appearance, or even beliefs simply to gain validation from family, friends, or society at large? Constantly seeking approval is another unmistakable sign you're living someone else's life, and it's more dangerous than you might realize. Carl Jung profoundly explored this phenomenon, emphasizing the detrimental impact of continually depending on external validation for a sense of worth or direction. According to Jung, humans naturally desire acceptance and belonging, yet when approval seeking becomes compulsive, it betrays a deeper insecurity, a fear of rejection rooted in not genuinely knowing or accepting oneself. Jung explained that the external chase for approval indicates an internal disconnect, signaling that you're operating from a persona built around others' expectations rather than your authentic self. This relentless pursuit traps us in cycles of temporary satisfaction followed by deeper insecurity. Each time we receive approval, we feel momentarily validated, but when that approval fades, as it inevitably does, we're driven to chase it again, perpetuating a cycle of dependence. Jung argued that such a life isn't genuinely ours because our sense of self and fulfillment becomes entirely conditional, tied to factors outside our control. Take the example of someone who chooses a prestigious career primarily for the pride and approval of their parents or community. They may appear successful externally, admired and applauded by peers, yet internally feel empty, frustrated, or disconnected from their achievements. Despite outward accomplishments, they secretly question their worth, knowing that the validation they receive isn't truly theirs. It belongs to the person they're pretending to be. To break this pattern, Jung proposed cultivating greater self-awareness. This involves courageously confronting your deeper motivations. Are your actions driven by genuine passion and values, or simply to please others? Jung encourages a transformative shift where your internal values become your guiding compass rather than external praise. Imagine the liberation you'd experience if your self-worth no longer hinged on fleeting approval. If decisions were made from your true self, you'd experience profound freedom and authenticity. Carl Jung warns that failing to address approval addiction will eventually leave you lost and resentful, navigating life in the shadow of someone else's expectations. By recognizing and addressing this second sign, you reclaim your power to live a genuinely authentic, fulfilling life, the life truly meant for you. Sign number 3, Jung's warning. Recurring dreams and symbols of being lost or trapped. Have you ever awakened from a dream feeling deeply unsettled, haunted by images of being lost, trapped, or pursued? If these themes recur, Carl Jung believed they weren't random events, but profound messages from your unconscious mind. urgently trying to communicate that you're living a life fundamentally out of alignment with your true self. Carl Jung emphasized that dreams are symbolic languages used by your unconscious to bridge the gap between your deepest truths and your waking consciousness. Unlike Freud, who viewed dreams primarily as repressed desires, Jung understood dreams as guiding symbols and intuitive warnings pointing towards psychological imbalance or spiritual distress. He specifically warned us that dreams involving feeling lost, imprisoned, or unable to move forward indicate we are dangerously disconnected from our authentic path. For instance, dreaming repeatedly about being lost, whether in a maze-like city, dense forests, or labyrinthine buildings, reflects a profound internal confusion about your life's direction. Jung interpreted these dreams as stark indicators that you've lost touch with your core self, wandering through choices dictated by external influences or societal expectations. Your unconscious is signaling clearly. You are metaphorically lost, urgently needing clarity and a return to your inner truth. Similarly, dreams about being trapped, such as being locked inside rooms, buildings, or vehicles, or experiencing paralysis, symbolize feelings of confinement or powerlessness in your waking life. Jung viewed these dreams as intense warnings that the persona you've adopted is becoming a psychological cage, restricting your genuine potential and freedom. The pressure you're feeling from maintaining a life not aligned with your authentic desires manifests vividly in your dreams, demanding your immediate attention. Consider dreams of pursuit, another common Jungian archetype. Being chased often symbolizes parts of yourself you are refusing to confront or acknowledge. These shadow aspects represent the unexpressed truths, values, or desires you're suppressing to maintain your persona or appease others. Your unconscious is screaming through symbolic pursuit that ignoring these critical inner truths will eventually lead to emotional exhaustion or even crisis. Jung explicitly cautioned against dismissing such dreams as merely random or meaningless. He insisted that persistent symbolic dreams are clear warnings from the unconscious that something profound needs attention. Ignoring these messages will perpetuate internal conflicts, increasing anxiety, dissatisfaction, and eventually emotional or psychological breakdown. To respond to these dreams effectively, Jung advised embracing introspection and reflection, keeping a dream journal, engaging in active imagination techniques, or consulting with a therapist familiar with Jungian psychology can illuminate their meaning, guiding you back toward authenticity. He believed confronting and integrating the messages from these dreams is crucial for genuine personal growth and self-realization. Jung's urgent warning is clear. Repeatedly dreaming of being lost, trapped, or chased isn't merely unsettling. It's your psyche's cry for help. It's telling you unequivocally, the life you are currently living is not yours, and it's time to realign with your true purpose. Sign number 4. Chronic discomfort with solitude. Do you dread being alone, finding ways to constantly surround yourself with people, activities, or distractions? Chronic discomfort with solitude isn't just a preference. It's often a powerful indicator you're living someone else's life, according to Carl Jung. Jung taught extensively about individuation, the transformative process through which we become fully aware of our true, unique selves. He believed solitude was not only valuable, but essential for this profound self-discovery. In solitude, we're confronted with our genuine thoughts, fears, desires, and regrets. It's in these quiet moments that our authentic self, free from external noise and influence, can speak clearly. However, many people avoid solitude precisely because it's uncomfortable, often painfully so. Alone, we may suddenly feel the weight of unresolved anxieties, hidden insecurities, or suppressed truths. This discomfort arises because solitude strips away the social masks, the personas we use to fit in, gain approval, or avoid facing deeper questions about who we truly are. Take, for example, someone who constantly surrounds themselves with friends, work engagements, or social media interactions. On the surface, they seem socially fulfilled, active, and connected. Yet beneath this busy exterior, they might fear being alone, subconsciously knowing solitude would reveal deep dissatisfaction with their choices, lifestyles, or relationships, choices made largely due to others' expectations rather than authentic passion. Jung emphasized that avoiding solitude denies us a crucial opportunity for self-reflection and growth. Without quiet moments to explore our inner world honestly, we risk remaining strangers to ourselves, living lives determined by external validation, societal pressures, or inherited expectations. To truly understand who we are and what we want, Jung recommended embracing solitude deliberately. Even brief periods alone, spent in reflection or mindful silence, can illuminate your inner truths, revealing how aligned or misaligned you are with your authentic self. If solitude consistently causes discomfort, take it as a powerful sign from your psyche. Your authentic self might be desperately trying to reach you, urging you to pause, listen deeply, and reclaim a life truly your own. Sign number 5. Feeling like an imposter in your own achievements. Have you ever achieved something significant, earned a promotion, won an award, reached a milestone, yet felt strangely undeserving, as if your success belonged to someone else? This unsettling experience, commonly known as imposter syndrome, is another critical sign Carl Jung identified as evidence you're living someone else's life. Imposter syndrome isn't simply a lack of confidence, it's a deep-seated sense of disconnection between your outward successes and inner truth. Jung attributed this disconnect to the concept of the shadow self, which encompasses the parts of your personality you've suppressed or denied in an effort to maintain your persona. When your external achievements don't align with your genuine interests or identity, you instinctively sense something's amiss, fostering persistent doubts and fears of being exposed as a fraud. Imagine someone who excels professionally in a career chosen primarily due to parental pressure or societal status. On paper, their life seems perfect, respected, successful, admired. Internally, however, they're tormented by thoughts such as, "I don't belong here," or "Soon, they'll realize I'm faking it." These thoughts reflect their unconscious awareness that their achievements aren't rooted in authentic passion or personal values, but rather in external expectations and standards. Jung emphasized that this sense of fraudulence arises from neglecting one's true self, living instead through a persona constructed around external validation. When the persona's facade cracks, the imposter feelings intensify. This isn't merely insecurity, it's your psyche's profound warning that you're living out of alignment with your authentic identity and purpose. Addressing imposter syndrome requires courageous introspection. Jung advised confronting the shadow self by honestly exploring hidden desires, fears, and aspirations. This process involves re-evaluating your motivations. Are your achievements genuinely meaningful to you, or do they merely satisfy others' definitions of success? Ultimately, Jung insisted that genuine fulfillment and self-assurance only emerge from authentic living. Recognizing imposter feelings as signals from your unconscious allows you to reconnect with your true self, transforming your achievements from hollow victories into authentic expressions of your genuine potential and purpose. Today we've explored 5 powerful signs you're living someone else's life: persistent alienation, constant approval seeking, recurring symbolic dreams, discomfort with solitude, and imposter syndrome in your achievements. Carl Jung's profound insights illuminate the urgent need for authenticity, warning us about the psychological consequences of neglecting our true selves. The journey to reclaim your life begins with courageous self-exploration, asking yourself honest, sometimes uncomfortable questions about your values, desires, and motivations. Are you genuinely fulfilled, or simply performing to others' expectations? What hidden truths do your feelings, dreams, and discomforts reveal? Taking back your life means consciously realigning with your authentic self, stepping away from external pressures and committing to living genuinely. Reflect on this now. Are you willing to confront these truths and reclaim the life that truly belongs to you? The choice, as Jung reminds us, is entirely yours.